Alright, welcome back. So, today I actually got a pretty good score from a neighbor that was actually down the block tossing this out. Now, I did have a chance just to talk to him about why he was throwing it out, and basically what he said is it's taking up space in his garage. So, me being a Honda enthusiast as I am, I couldn't pass this up. Usually on these bigger machines, I kind of, draw a line because they take up so much space, but seeing that this was a Honda and it was basically free, I asked him what the issues were with it, and basically what he told me is that he did have a tire go out where basically it was the problem with the bead on the original tire. So he left it on top because I asked him, I was like, are you just throwing this all away? So I couldn't pass it up. So I'll show you the tire itself. I actually dismounted it just because I was curious. So here's the original rim. What he did is he put a kind of like a tractor tire on. So obviously the hub is going to be a little bit different. So he basically ran it a little slightly bigger size because these tires are 14 by 4 by 6. So he ran on the one side over here a 15 by 6 by 6. So he ran an inch taller tire, and basically with it being, he said that it works fine. Obviously if it's something where it's really slippery, it's kind of like a one-wheel drive because the other side will have grip, whereas that side won't. Now, I did just quickly, before even starting this, I was just curious. There's no gas in it, but I was curiously just looking up how much these snow grip tires cost because I was curious to see how much it really costs because these things are should be fairly common, but they're running about, I don't know, between 80 and 100 bucks. So I was contemplating if I am gonna basically go ahead and purchase it, but for now, I mean, as it is, I mean, it works as kind of like a one-wheel drive, so it'll still, from what I understand, is he said it would still pull. It's just doesn't have both axles obviously turning. So here's the tire originally. He did put an inner tube in it. You can see the bead basically broke off. Now, it was probably from sitting for a while, and that's probably most likely the cause. He tried to fix it with an inner tube. Inner tube's still good. But what happened was with the inner tube, it would basically pop out. So as soon as you put the inner tube in there, it would basically pop this side out, so the inner tube would basically be protruding out. So it won't work. This tire is garbage, pretty much. There's even the bead right there, bead ring. But this tire is pretty much garbage, so I can't really do anything with it. But I still have the original wheel and hub. Or, I'm sorry, the wheel, or rim you want to call it. That if I wanted to obviously correctly fix this, I have the original part. But for the time being, obviously it's getting close now to summer. We're really not going to see snow for a while, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to do a quick preliminary check on this, just to see how everything is. I didn't ask any questions about maintenance. I didn't ask if he basically took care of it over these last couple years, or did he just let it sit. Obviously I could just tell the one tire is newer. The other side barely looks like it's been used, but yeah, this video I'm going to go over it. I'll put a little bit of fuel into it and we'll see if it runs, but it looks fairly good. I think at one point it was spray painted a little bit, just because I see there's a sticker there, and then you could kind of see where it's light on one side and dark on the other, so he might have spray painted it, possibly. So what I'll do here is I'll first check the oil before running it. Let me just get a rag. And so the oil basically says it right there on the side how to check it. You have to obviously unscrew it. Let's make sure, just in case it's over full or if there's some kind of other issue that I'm not aware of. Oh yeah, it's over full. It is over full. All right. So, smelling it, I smell gas. I definitely smell gas, so to me, let me get something just to see if I can capture some of it. 1 second here. second. Sorry for delay, I'm just trying to find a container. 1 second here. All right, I found a glass container, and somehow I'm gonna try to angle this, maybe to see if I can catch any of the oil. This is probably not gonna work out right. Let me see if I get a piece of cardboard. It's probably gonna make a mess. Ripped off a piece of whatever cardboard I had lying around. I'm going to try to do this as good as I can, but looking at it here, this is going to be kind of tricky now to try to capture all this, but we'll see. We'll see what I can do. Maybe, just because I usually don't do this, I should probably put a piece of cardboard underneath. Most likely it will leak. So let me just rip a piece of cardboard underneath just to catch any oil. I'll lift it up on the machine. And now we should hopefully be somewhat good. Didn't even think about trying to put cardboard underneath it. But what I'll do is I'll see if I can just funnel some of it in using the cardboard, if I can. Oh yeah, she's overfilled. Yeah, it's coming out watery, kind of. Not really watery, but smells like fuel. So it looks like this thing being sitting for a while most likely has a carb problem, but something initially check out first anyways, so see if I can just capture most of it if I can. Yeah, that's sometimes one time that might be a problem with it later, is if these sit for a while and if there is a carb issue, a lot of times people don't necessarily make sure to run it dry. It could be maybe a stuck part inside the carb. I'll have to look at it. But so I guess this video won't be a quick start. I thought it would be a quick start because there's no gas in it when I checked. So it will have to be then just a quick diagnosis video. So I could see that already the carb has an issue with it. Alright, let's see if I can just maybe get some more of the oil/fluid out of it a little bit. So this thing's going to definitely need an oil change completely, and most likely I will have to look into the carb, but what initially was a good score seems to be a little bit of work, but not right now. I might just put it on the back burner for now, but yeah, I'll just probably put it on the back burner for now. It is intact, that I know. You can see that it's all intact. So what I'll do is you can actually see too the consistency. If you look at it, it is very like watery, like it's got fuel in it, in the oil. So yeah, so that one was, it's gonna be work I'll wipe it down. But for this video's intent, I guess we basically just tore it down. So as you can see, this engine, even though it did have oil in it, it most likely has a carb issue. So it'll probably run. I see it's like dripping kind of everywhere from that little oil change. The choke was closed, the fuel was off, so it must have been on at one point, and it probably got stuck or was forcing itself in there into the engine itself. So that's interesting. It does have oil dipstick tube on this side too, so it actually has either side. That one's oil on that side or oil dipstick tube on this side. You can see over here, right there. I don't know if you can see it. There's another dipstick tube on this side, or dipstick check. So looking at it initially, it looks like everything's here, so that's not a bad thing. I will have to look, possibly, I'm just going to be curious, I'll have to look up the carb to see how much a carb like this costs, because if it doesn't cost relatively a lot, if I can possibly get an aftermarket, I may try that route. I don't see anything out of the ordinary here. Like, this piece looks okay, that piece looks okay. I may try to see that, but yeah, it looks like this is going to be now a new project in the future. But I initially thought it was going to be a good video just to see if we would run, but it looks like finding out, you know, otherwise. It is complete though, so I will say that this one is a made in Japan type 2 stage. So if he says it did run, I mean, I got to take his word for it. I mean, obviously there is gas and oil mixed right now, so it's, you know, I kind of don't want to run it because I don't know when the last time it was ran, but it doesn't look like it's seized. I mean, just pulling it over, like, it does have compression, so I know it's getting, it has compression in it, so it doesn't feel bad. But yeah, more or less, it was just kind of like, this video then is going to be a quick teardown, or quick diagnosis video, I guess. We do have a carb issue, so we have to look at that first before, and obviously change the oil after with the carb, change the oil afterwards, and then it should be good to go. I mean, everything else is pretty much intact. The cables look okay. The spindle on it looks to be rotated. I mean, it looks like it was greased, so that looks fine. It is intact, so I mean, I really don't doubt that this is a runner. Plus, it's a Honda, so Hondas, I mean, as long as somebody just took some type of care of them, they seem to run forever. And I from what I've seen on forums, just reading about Honda snowblowers in general, is that this is a lifetime machine. So as long as it's taken care of course, it's a lifetime machine. So yeah, so stay tuned. I'll price it out. I'll see how much everything is in the coming weeks. I may even consider repainting it a little bit. Maybe some of the parts that faded, like the black components a little bit of rust there. But in overall condition, it looks fine. It's just obviously that surprise of the gas getting into the oil, so there must be a carb issue with it, is the only issue I can see so far. So yeah, so stay tuned to the channel. This one will probably come back in the future after I figure out what I'm going to do with it in the current future. So yeah, hope you guys like, comment, subscribe. Tell me about any type of issues, if you know of any issues on this type of HS55 dual stage. And yeah, I will catch you guys out on the next one. So take it easy, and yeah, have a good day.